long ball up to Mooch. He's got...
Oh, it's not a great pass.
Not a great pass. He was... Number one, Devon Edwards was making a great run inside, but Mooch was just not able to put it in front of him enough. Just a little bit behind, and Mooch got inside over to KG Lee.
Yeah. KG Lee looking up top, looking to do something with it, looking into Mooch, but he can't find him. Dribbles in himself.
And it's no shot.
No shot.
No shot. Though that was a great play.
You could hear him scream and one. He wanted it.
We got Mooch passing in the ball here.
I just want to say we apologize for a brief interruption in our broadcast.
Everyone, we would like to say we apologize for that brief interruption. Jimmy's iPad, and I quote,
is bad.
not his words.
Wow, what another great tape.
And there's no foul call. Price infraction, though, with a great play. He's really taking the team on his...
Wow, no call.
Wow, no charge.
KJ, money.
That was a great shot from KJ, but I'm very surprised that there was no charge called there.
He was set,
he was set
fell.
for a while.
You know, no foul, no block. That's rare.
Jordan Hall with the floater, unable to get it to go. And Zumwalt ball.
Checking in
if
is...
North Tech gets this to be closer, we might be looking at a few of those calls right there. Like no foul call on the contact with Jordan Hall whenever he was going up, and no charge there. But excuse me, it is North Tech ball, not Zumwalt.
You know, notice checking in for Zumwalt is Cole Riggleman, number 11. He had a pretty off first half. He got into some foul trouble early, to be honest with you. He turned it over and fouled him instantly, and the coach had enough.
If number 12, if Javion Smith had finished there, he's 5'9". There's literally a 14-inch difference between him and... What?
Wow. What a block from Mooch.
Jeez.
He didn't even jump.
He didn't have to. I'm sorry, Randall Sid. 5'9" guard. He took a corner three. Got absolutely
He sent it back again.
He's dismantled by Mooch right there.
You know, it was after the whistle, so it didn't matter nonetheless, but he did not.
But right there, Julius Francis just tried to body up Mooch. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to be the first one to tell you, but I don't think you're going to be able to do that.
Mooch did not allow that. And out checks Mooch. Wow, that's
interesting move.
You are just bad.
ooh, no foul call inside.
There's some interesting calls. You know what I would like to see? I'm sure this is definitely a sport somewhere, but you know how in hockey or like in indoor soccer, they just let substitutions whenever, basically?
Yeah.
What about that with basketball? That'd be fun.
That'd be extremely cool.
Number one, having a great, receiving the phenomenal pass from KG Lee.
You know, Devon.
Yeah, I'm going to go back down.
You know, Devon Edwards, haven't said his name too much.
No, but he's been, I've seen him.
Yeah, I remember the name. I remember the name for sure.
Yeah. He's been involved, but I think not enough for how good he is. Because he's shown little flashes of brilliance. Yeah, North Tech passing it in, and another steal by Zumwalt. North Tech just with turnover after turnover.
You know, for a little bit it was looking like they were going to make a comeback, but I guess it's going to be...
They're shooting themselves in the foot here.
They are.
And we have a travel call on Riplian. That looks like an L. Raplian.
I believe it's Rappian.
Rappian? Okay. That's how I'm going to continue to say it. I'm sorry if it's wrong.
Apologize in advance.
Julius Francis in the corner. Puts it up. Won't go. Not quite.
You know, Fort Zumwalt is doing an excellent job of rebounding the ball, I will say.
Got KG Lee in the corner. Drives in.
What a move. Oh, it left it just a bit
almost.
short. But he got the tip back. He did tip it back to his...
charge call and Rippleton, I believe. Oh, and he gets... getting accredited there with a North Tech turnover with Riggleman. Not Rip.
I think you're confusing
I
Rappian and
know.
Riggleman.
You are exactly right.
His microphone's playing way over to me, so he's hearing me. These they can
KJ Lee. What a take
Drives in,
inside.
gets
Wow.
Gets
Good
the
move.
Euro step and the
You know, he just flexed on the ref. I'm not sure that
Wow.
that's a great move to do.
Just showing, hey, ref, big body. See this?
We're probably going to switch you guys like up there. Maybe you can get a better view of the action. Maybe right there. And we're going to switch you.
Did you try that already? From deep, fraction. The commentator is correct.
That was Bryson Fraction.
4-3. And we got KG Lee. And Riggleman takes it.
You know, Riggleman,
I'm not a fan, I gotta say.
very rough first half, I will say.
Yes.
You know, the turnover foul combo is probably
that
one
just
of the.
put a bad taste in my mouth.
That's
You
probably
know what
one of
fixed it? This great Pepsi. But even the Pepsi couldn't really fix the bad
That is the
taste.
one taste Pepsi cannot fix.
That is bad. Like, it can fix your morning breath. It can fix anything.
Yeah,
That
tiredness.
minty gum, or like whenever you like brush your teeth and then drink OJ, and then Pepsi, you're fine. But just after that, if you lose the ball, and then
Turns it over
it turns it over, and then
instantly.
just
Hacks him on the arm.
essentially breaks the man's arm, which, like, I might have even called that a flagrant one,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it totally was intentional, though, I will say.
Oh, yes.
He turned it over and instantly slapped the kid.
yeah, like, fast break, no thanks.
Slap. You're done. So am I. Give me a Pepsi.
There you go, Edwards over to
They're trying to feed it into Mooj, but North Tech is not having it. They get it to him there, and he's able to not finish, but he grabs his rebound, goes back up. Not again.
Edwards with the rebound. We have two Edwards on the Zumwalt team. We have Devon Edwards and Tyler. Both are in right now. That must get confusing unless you call them by their first name. In which that case, it's not confusing whatsoever
Because they have different names.
because they have different names.
You know, Logan, we're a little over halfway through the third quarter. What do you think so far?
I think both teams have been displaying some nice ability. I think especially Julius Francis and Bryson Fraction, and even a bit of Jordan Hall for the North Tech.
That's a good point. We haven't said his name a lot.
But he's
Consistent
been
ball
there.
player.
Yeah.
Consistent ball
He's
player.
like a Josh Okogie kind of guy. He'll do the job. But I think the Golden Eagles have been doing well, but I think just the Panthers, their size and their defensive ability are really the disciples. My microphone has fallen off.
His microphone
My
has
microphone
fallen off.
My microphone has fallen off.
You know, Logan, it's a little too early to call. But you have to remember, in Turkey Tournament tradition, there is an MVP award at the end. If this was the championship game, your MVP is who?
KG Lee. I'd have to get it to KG Lee. He's been Zumwalt's everything tonight. He's their playmaker. He's their slasher. He's KJ.
Yeah,
not KG. Excuse me.
Yeah.
KJ Lee. He has been doing everything. He's their playmaker. He's their slasher. He's their shooter. What can he not do? He even gets a lot of their boards whenever Mooj isn't in.
Yeah.
And so I think he's got to be their star guy.
To be honest with you,
Oh, wow. Julius Francis with an incredible play, but I think there was a foul called against him?
yeah, they got him for a charge.
They got him, so the bucket did not count.
No bucket.
No bucket. Dang.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and take my vote as if North Tech was going to win this game.
Okay.
Bryson Fraction, impact player of the game, hands down. No questions asked for me. It's Bryson Fraction.
I would definitely agree with you there on the North Tech side. Also, Julius Francis, he's been doing well.
Yes, but I don't think he's getting.
Like you said, Bryson Fraction, he's been that impact player. He's been what they need. A great play from Devon Edwards, getting the finish there, high off the glass, just to drop it in to the bucket, to the rim, like a raindrop drops similarly into a bucket.
Very similar. Great analogy. Ooh, that was kind of an awkward take there from KJ Lee.
Now we have Bryson Fraction dribbling, driving to the lane, almost gets his own board.
You know,
He's a short guy, so he's like 5'11". He's my height. So if he was able to get that board, would have been very impressive.
you know, Logan, you gotta wonder, are they saving Mooj on his workload so he can play bigger teams like Borgia?
I think so.
Or is he just this fragile to where they need to save him in between and he needs this many breaks? Because I'm wondering it, because if this is the case and this is the same thing with Borgia,
Yeah, he's playing like 10. He's playing what?
I'd say like 4 minutes. I'd say like 4 minute
Like
increments.
in-game, 4 minutes. Real time, like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Stints. Like he goes in and out, a few times a quarter. Nice shot from, excuse me, from Javion Smith. And a great play. Devon Edwards, he's been their fast break starter. He's been going down the court quick, getting some of those calls.
Yeah.
They lob it up to 32, Cameron Dave.
That is the first for that name, I will say.
I have not seen much of him, but though they did throw the lob, he was not able to get it. It was a little high.
You know, he just enters the game, goes in for the body, unable to be caught.
Unable to get the body call.
You know, just a huge thank you to everybody who's watching so far. I just will say that.
Inside joke. You guys wouldn't get it.
You're not here.
You're not here. You wouldn't get
You
it.
had to be here.
You had to be. Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
You're just in the live stream.
Some great ball movement from my microphone.
Microphone down. Man down.
I'm sure that sound that this made was absolutely atrocious.
We apologize
It
for that.
landed right on the top of the microphone.
Also known as the money spot.
The money spot. That's what it's called in the
In the biz. In the
yeah,
biz.
in the biz. That's what it's called. With all these technical terms.
Oh, we apologize for our stupidness throughout this live stream. You can always mute us.
Yeah, you can always mute us and just watch the game. Don't do that though. That's what's fun.
This is the most fun part. Let's be honest, it's a 25 or it's a 23-point game. No one really cares.
North Tech though. Let's see what they can do to shorten that deficit. Oh,
What a take.
a charge is called. Wow.
Excellent.
So, you know, on that one, yeah, a charge was called. I think there was a charge there. But number 12, he had the ball back here because the guy was grabbing his hand, dragging it back.
Drake Stevenson, textbook play. Completely set though. That's the difference
That was
between.
a good charge. Good take. But I mean, I think there on that play, Javion Smith got fouled. And I just don't think that the ref saw it. And then he just saw the charge and he was like, oh, there it is.
You know, you have to be impressed with KJ Lee's workload, especially in the first game.
Yeah.
He has played most of the game. And there he is again, unable to finish. But Drake is right there to put it in. You know, we haven't said his name much second half. Drake Stevenson, excellent first half.
Oh, yeah. He's another big man option. Pull up from Bryson Fraction. Here's KJ. Unable to finish. Craig is going to back up in time.
That is not going to count. Zumwalt wants it to go. It's not going to.
Like a pin in your shirt. You can put those on now or later.
Remember, great basketball action after this great basketball game.
That was a great third half. Sorry, third quarter.
Third quarter.
From both of these two teams. Grant, what do you expect going into this fourth and final quarter here? Do you think it's going to be Zumwalt just putting the nail in the coffin? Or do you think is it going to be North Tech, like they're going to be pushing the nails out of the coffin, like climbing up from 6 feet under. Like,
You know, I do not see much climbing happening in this game. I got to be honest
I
with you,
think
Logan.
they're going to open the coffin, and then all the dirt. He's just going to like.
You know, if you look at the ages of these kids, it's all juniors and seniors. There is not an underclassman on this team.
Not a single one.
No, not a single one.
But that's kind of similar to North Tech, though. They have several seniors, only one sophomore.
To answer your question, Logan, I believe it's going to be Zumwalt pretty handedly. They're going back with their starting roster. I think they just want to shut this thing down.
Maybe once they hit 70, take out Moods, take out Fitzpatrick,
Take out KJ. Just let the younger guys
load
work.
manage them. Yeah, make sure that they're ready for their next matchup, who will be either the Union Wildcats or
The Pacific Indians.
Pacific Indians. It will most likely, I think, Pacific are the higher seed.
Pacific is the higher seed. That is who Borgia beat in the championship last year. You know, Logan, again, mentioning the Union Wildcats and the Pacific Indians, that's going to be a heck of a game coming up here after this one.
Oh, yes. So stay tuned for that.
We should have a travel here, yeah.
We do get him in trouble. And Javion Smith excuse me, not Javion Smith. Darts has Washington. He's unhappy with that call, and he checks out.
You know, I am questioning this workload. I know I've mentioned this a lot. He's not playing, he decides to put the starters back in with a pretty significant lead. I don't know why you wouldn't just go with your younger guys and let them get some experience.
Yeah. Like they have almost double the points.
I was going to say, point differential means nothing in this tournament, so it's not like you need to run it up. Here's Drake Stevenson at the line. He's had a pretty solid game, Logan, I will say.
Especially that first half. He played much of the third quarter. He's back in, he's back in the field, doing what his team does. And whenever Moods comes out, he's a pretty tall dude, so he's able to play that live. Still have some defensive fortitude.
Now, Logan, this is very random, but I just thought of it. Do you remember last year, Borgia had such a big student section that they actually broke the bleachers? Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
I was just noticing that for an away game on a weeknight, Union's going to be packing the stands, it looks like, because here we are about 30 minutes before tip-off, and this student section's a couple rows deep.
They're already up there, yeah. I believe it is Halloween? Sorry, not Halloween.
Hawaiian? Hawaiian.
Excuse me. I have dyslexia.
Same thing.
I have dyslexia. I mispronounce it. I don't think that's how dyslexia works. I don't have it.
I don't think that. I wouldn't claim I wouldn't claim a disability if you don't have it.
That is a fair call. And just to say on the record, just to clarify, I do not have dyslexia. Move back in the line.
Bam, airball. What a shot.
The first game.
Turning too deep.
With a great pass over the
Are we
wall.
just going to overlook how bad of a shot that was? He missed by like 3 feet.
Didn't put enough on it.
He could have dropped that thing in.
Back, going in. Another foul call on Hall.
Yep, that's who it looked like.
And we
4
have another
fouls.
1-and-1 at the line.
4 fouls. Wow.
Is it 5 for high school? Or is
It is 5.
Okay.
You know, the stands are starting to pack in a little bit, Logan. They're not huge yet, but it's definitely growing.
Yeah, it's definitely from the start of this game. There's definitely more people.
You know,
Hall back down the court. He's got that energy. He's like, we need to stay in this game. And, you know, he's doing a lot of work, but just his teammates, I don't know if they're able to deliver too.
what a pass inside. Great finish from Drake Stevenson.
That was a great pass from, how do you,
Rapid. Air ball again.
Rack, not able to get it.
Mooj able to control it and kick it over too. I cannot see some lady is in the way.
Fitzpatrick with a no look. Gets it to Rappian. A Rappian was a no look, but he gets the travel call.
You know, Logan, it's definitely not over, but if I was a betting man, I would definitely put my money on Zumwalt.
I don't know if you're allowed to bet with only 5 minutes to go in the game. But
Well,
if they did, that's one, a bad system, and two, I would definitely hop onto that.
yeah, if you find one of those, get on that.
Yeah, get on that right now. Walk in there, no context, just say, hey, 50 on Zumwalt. They'll be like, I got it.
Oh, here we go. Can we get a
Here we go.
bang bang
Lob it
from
up,
Grant
lob it up.
Stevenson? That should be a charge. Yep, great foot set.
He should have
Excellent.
lobbed it up to KJ. He was on the other side. He was ready for it. But there he is again. That man. Oh, no, that's Stevenson. Never mind.
Never mind, that is not that man.
That's not Rippleton.
I will say,
Riggleton.
though,
Riggleton.
Jordan Hall, excellent footwork to get back and take that charge.
Oh, yes.
You know,
I'm
Logan,
not a fan of Riggleton. I think I made that clear. With the turnover, then the foul.
the highlight of the year, I will say, is definitely the stupid turnover to the stupid foul.
And number 2, German Buchanan.
KJ, straight to the rack.
He's been off for most of the night. And you know, KJ this second half has
Ice
been
cold. Ice cold.
Yeah, especially around the rim. I don't think he's taken an outside shot. Oh, here we go. Big play.
You know,
What?
You know, Logan, I'm gonna say, as I'm not supposed to do that, we're supposed to keep this as unbiased as possible. But Zumwalt has not been that impressive. I will say, Borgia can handle this team. As fast as Borgia's gonna be, they can handle this team.
You know, I won't make that take because I haven't seen any other teams. I've only seen a little bit of Borgia.
I just know from Borgia. Yes, Borgia can handle this team. I will say.
Are other teams able to? Maybe. I don't know.
You know,
They might be able to.
there was a lot of
So
talk.
far-
There was a lot of talk about moves.
So far from this team, and it could just be they're up by 20, 29, whatever it is, 31. I can't do math. They're up by 31.
Who can?
They're the first. It's the first game, and I think maybe they're just not playing to their whole, like they're exactly how high they need to play, because they had 40 in the first half, and now they have 28. So I think they turned it off, especially in the second quarter. Sorry, second half. But I want to see Borges play because, you know, this is a completely new year for them. Because no big man, no traditional big man.
No.
So,
There's your man.
Ringleton,
Yeah, there's your guy.
that's, I don't know, Ringleton, more like Schminkleton.
More like turn it over, Ington. Turn it
Ball
over.
with the air ball, but hey, that was good. But, you know, I think with how high of expectations I had for this Zumwalt team, they have not lived up to it. But before I go out and I'm saying, hey, this team can beat them, I want to see those other teams.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So right now, Zumwalt is still one of my top 2 favorites. They are the top 2 seeds, so, you know.
You know, out of all the teams we've seen, they've obviously the best. But I'm just saying, as far as the talk surrounding them this
You know,
week,
if this was the only game in the whole tournament, they'd be champs.
you know,
That's not how tournaments work.
if you score more points than the other team, you're going to win the game. So I mean, that's all it comes down to.
That is 100% of the time a true statement.
Yeah.
If you score more points, you win.
Disqualification.
Ooh, that is correct.
That is a great point, Jimmy Wacker.
That is a great point. Disqualification. That can make you lose.
Yeah, if you had like 100 points.
Yeah, if you beat a team, say, let me just pull a number out of the air, 56-6. But then you have, let me just make up a fake scenario, where you have a guy who's on your team who says he's a freshman, but he's not, and so he doesn't get, you know, well, he has suspension, and then he says he's a freshman, but he's obviously not a freshman.
He's really 35.
He's really a senior in high school, and so all of their wins are just absolutely just taken out. They aren't real.
They play him
so,
in another jersey or something like that.
Yeah, or something just like this is all hypothetical.
Uh-huh.
And
Hot
so-
take.
Hot take. And you know, maybe if they get disqualified, it ends 30. Ooh,
Good feet inside.
he jumped up, looked like he was going to shoot, but but then he made a great pass. A great pass from George Perret over to Zach Evans.
You know, the Zumwalt bench is getting really excited about something. I'm wondering what that is.
I think it was Keevan's basket, or it was Prohet or Prohet. I'm not sure. It may be French. It was either the pass or the finish.
Yeah, they got really excited about that for some reason. I'm just curious if there's some kind of significance to that.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Secret, aren't no fun, as the children say.
As the kids are saying.
They have Julius Francis at the line here. No, I think he's been a standout player for the Golden Eagles. He's been doing a lot of work, getting a lot of boards, making free throws.
Scoring a lot of points, I will say.
But it's just unfortunate that, like, I wouldn't even say he's been bad. I wouldn't say that.
No.
I would just say that Zumwalt's been really good.
You know, I haven't seen, but I know they're in past Owensville teams. This Zumwalt team are not. This North Tech team beats them. They would probably beat. You know, I hate to say it, they probably beat the Washington Blue Jays.
Maybe. I don't know about that one.
This North Tech team can win some games, is what I'm saying. They're not a bad team.
Yeah, they're not a pushover. Like, they're losing by about 34.
They're not a true 7 seed for sure.
They're not a pushover. They put up a fight.
These guys keep going off axis, so sometimes I hear you really good, and then you turn and I don't hear you. So those are actually, no, that's not the problem. These are actually for something different.
We got 8 seconds left here.
8 seconds left in the game. We have.
See, when you go that way, I can't hear you. You either got to hold it in your hand or hold it right here and follow it. And then we're going to try these.
Congratulations to
Right
Zumwalt.
to the front of it. It might make a difference. It might not.
That is the game between Fort Zumwalt and the North Tech Golden Eagles. What do you think of this game, Grant? What do you think?
Zumwalt North looked very good, Logan, I will say. They looked very good, but, you know, they're beatable for sure.
Definitely. I think Zumwalt, with all the hype that was coming into this game, you know, Mooj, 6'11", 280 pounds. I think that, you know, with how much hype they had, they should have performed a little better. Like 78 points, that's still a lot.
That's definitely a lot. That's nothing to.
He still had a great game, but I think there's more that I want from them, especially on the offensive end. They played great defense, lockdown defense, a ton of steals, but I think just there were a few things that went wrong. They scored a bunch in the first, but then they seemed to turn off in the second. And, you know, I think KJ Lee, he basically turned off in that second half, and I think that's kind of what you know, you can't have that in this big return.
No, definitely. You need to play at your best every game. Luckily, they got lucky here and had kind of a, I don't want to say a pushover, but an easier opponent than what they're going to see.
Yeah. So I think that concludes the first game of the St. Francis Borgia Turkey Tourney, 67th annual Turkey Tourney. Stay tuned for the second game between
Pacific
Indians and the Union Wildcats. Stay tuned for that. Coming on shortly. Thank you. I've been your host, Logan Gisburn.
I am Grant Kondelmander.
And this is your Turkey Tourney, live on KNL. Am I down?
Yeah.
Wait, no, take me off. Come on, pay attention.
Come on, guys, do your job.
Come on. All right, everyone, welcome to the 67th annual St. Francis Boys of Turkey Tourney. We are here for the second game of the tournament between the Pacific Indians and the Union Wildcats. This is the 3-seed going up against the 6-seed. We should definitely have a good game here.
Yeah, we just seen a good one against North Tech and Zumwalt. I'm thinking this one's going to be even better. I got to be honest with you.
And you know, this time we got a real student section going.
We do. We got a little bit of a date.
I don't know if Zumwalt or North Tech wanted to make out the long drive. So these people from Union, shorter drive, made it out. I think they're going with the Hawaiian theme. It should definitely be a good game.
Union is packing the stands. I will say this is going to be an intense game.
Oh yeah. And you know, last year I don't think Union didn't have any players on the all-district team.
They did.
Yes,
Yeah.
They did. And Pacific, they had two, right?
Yeah, Pacific was in the championship game, so they had two. They had Jordan Kausert and Dante Harris.
Was Dante Harris a senior?
No, he's in my grade. He's a junior.
I am looking at the wrong sheet.
Pacific Indian.
Pacific. Dante Harris is here, yes. He is number 063. I remember him being a standout player.
He was definitely a standout player. Another standout player, you're going to remember this name. Trevor Kelly. Union
Kelly,
guard.
I do remember
Union
him.
guard.
I remember him.
He graduated. He was a heck of a ball player for sure.
He was really the person who was carrying Union through this tournament.
To be quite honest with you, if Union wins, he's definitely the MVP of the whole thing.
Oh, yes. Definitely. And so now we are back. We are here at the tip-off, and the game has begun.
Union in red, Pacific in white. Here we go.
Here we go. This should be a great game today. Passing the ball already.
You know, so far, I will say, considering we're only... Oh, good move. Terrible shot. Great move.
You know, in basketball, it is about the destination, not just the journey. And so that was a great journey. Terrible destination. There we go. He pops the three. Contested. Splash.
Gavin Blakowski. I remember that name, big name from last year.
Number 3 with the three. There we go. And it's a reach call. Hayden Burke is running point. I guess. Okay, so apparently the app has crashed, but we're still live. So whatever. You're just going to be on this shot for a while. Playing point for Union is Peyton Burke. He went to immaculate concession.
He did.
Union is coming out to a strong start, and I think the student section is really helping with that.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you, Logan. Size a big factor in high school basketball. Both very small teams.
Oh yes. Union, their starting center. He's a pretty good guy. Number 24, Caleb Maybe.
Maybe he's kind of small.
Maybe he's kind of tall. Maybe it's Maybe.
You know, maybe at 6'3", he looks maybe all of that, I would say, but he doesn't look big.
Well, he's got some mass to him.
Yes, definitely not as much height, but he looks strong, I will say that.
And number 10 putting in the next 4 points for the Pacific Indians. If he can get this one to go, that's Carter Myers. And it misses.
Union is rowdy, I will say that.
Yep, they are being the antagonists here.
You know, we've had a lot of Pacific in past Turkey tournaments. I gotta wonder, are we gonna get some not Pacific for a year and maybe get a Union win and knock, maybe a little Cinderella story action and knock Pacific out early?
I wonder. Gavin Racer just took a tough fall there. Hopefully he's okay. But I think that's a great point to bring up. Pacific has always been the one to go up against Morgan. You know, it's year after year, it's Pacific and Morgan. Let me get my big book of stats here. It's called a newspaper.
Wow, they're loud.
Pacific has been in the last 2 Turkey Tourney finals, but you know, I'm looking down this list. I'm not seeing Union anywhere. I'm not seeing Union for a while. So I haven't seen Union in a tournament in a good minute. And so maybe if they can, you know, snatch this win from Pacific, I don't know if it's the expected thing to do, but I'd still like to see it.
You know, you would love to see it.
You do love to see it.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is biased because I am a Borgia guy. I'm getting kind of tired of Pacific, so I would love to see a Union game.
I'm honest. I think my first game that I ever went to in the Borgia, three-pointer from the corner almost goes, and that might have been an over-the-back foul.
I think it definitely was. I don't know where the ref was looking there.
But my first ever game that I went to at Borgia High School's arena here, the Coliseum as we like to call it,
The dome.
was between, I believe it was the Turkey Tournament final, between Borgia and the Pacific Indians.
So was mine. I believe that might have been my game.
It was definitely during the tournament.
I remember
Wow,
Mizzou alumni played Mizzou basketball. Cullen Van Leer absolutely antagonizing the Knights. Pacific won.
22 on the wing. That is Caden Motley.
You know, it's a bit hard to see because we do have cameramen in the way.
We do have two cameramen in the way.
Two cameramen in the way.
And I hope they can hear me.
You would think they would be focused on us because we are the stars, but
Booth, we are the face. They're the
booth face.
It's just how it goes.
You know, we say that.
I get paid more to do less work, and that's a free. Matthew Seeley, the sophomore guard, is standing at 6'3". And you know, I think that 3 in his height, that stands for 3, as in the points.
Yeah, for sure. What a move. Wow. Good take.
The Euro step. Wow, the Euro step from Gavin Racer. Earlier he took that fall, and maybe that gave him a little bit of a push. Maybe he's going to go extra hard now to say, hey, Union, on my face. Stop pushing me on my back.
You know, we're getting a lot more diversity in the ages of our kids here. If you look at some of these, we got some freshmen, we got some sophomores. The previous game is all juniors and seniors.
Oh, he almost hit him with the step back.
Peyton Burke driving in. Beautiful move. Wow. Good save.
You know, Peyton Burke, he's pretty tall for a traditional point guard. He stands at about, he's 6 foot. He's a little, I'd say he's about 6'2" in shoes. But that's pretty tall. And so if he's able to finish at the rim.
Oh, they got him for a block.
On the block, not the charge?
They got him on a block there. I'm not sure about that one.
I don't know. He looked pretty set to me.
If you notice, you said earlier we say every time he walks, but Mooj is leaving the arena.
He has his hoodie on. Goodbye, Mooj. I think all the way across the gym, I can hear him taking steps from here. He's just that large. You know, I think Dante Harris really needs to get more involved in this game.
We have not said his name once.
I know. But there he is, almost able to finish at the rim. Possible foul call.
You know, it is a bit strange though. He did not start.
He did not start. I think that was. I didn't want to point that out because I thought I was just being idiot. But I think.
I'll be the idiot because I know I'm for sure there. He did not start the game.
That's an interesting decision.
You know, there's been a lot of talk about him too around school.
I know. I believe, was it the Max Preps website?
Max Preps, yes.
They had a showcase on particular players who stuck out during the Turkey Tournament, and you know that particular article and website.
He was the cover boy, yeah.
He was the picture of the website. They had Dante Harris. They also had players like Omarion Henry, who played for Normandy. Also Jamad Robinson. Tomorrow. I'm looking forward to him.
Huge factor. It's worth skipping the band concert to watch Jamad Robinson go off.
I never thought of it that way. Right.
There he
He looks a little sluggish out there. Not as if he's slow, but I think he might be.
You gotta wonder if he's hurt.
I think that might be it. He's looking a little less like he's walking back on defense with his back straight. I think he might be dealing with some issues that, that may be why he didn't start.
We might be able to find that out later, but for future reference. But he might be hurt. I
really hope he's not, though, because he's such a great player, and you never hope for an injury for anybody.
No.
But he's just such a standout player that I really want to see him play.
Yeah, as a sophomore, he was on the all tournament team last year.
Driving. Pacific with a great turnaround, passing the ball. Here's Rivers. He drives up. No shot.
Oh, we got a foul on, I believe, Peyton Burke.
That was not Rivers, excuse me. That was Racer. Racer, like McQueen, Lightning.
Ka-chow. You know, Logan, something to keep in mind here. We're still very much in the first quarter. 4 fouls for the Union Wildcats.
Four fouls?
In the first quarter, and we're still got 2 minutes to go.
Great play from Pacific to keep the ball there. Racer racing down the
Make that
baseline.
5. Make that 5 foul.
5 fouls for Union. Wow. They already have a bonus. Is that 5? Or is it bonus at 6?
Bonus is 7.
7. Neither of the things I said were correct. We have another inbounds play here for the Indians. Corner 3. Pop. Shabang.
Rattles it in.
That was a great play from...
You know, we got kind of a split. We got kind of a split Pacific section going on here. We got some in the middle. We got some on the right. I think if you pile them all together, you're just as big as the Union. I got to be honest with you.
They just need to focus their sound at one point.
Here goes Dante.
Dante Harris down the floor. Puts on the Jets. Big contact. Gets the foul call.
Make that 6 here in the first quarter.
Wow. Wow. We're not even 5 minutes in. Yes, we are. We're 7 minutes. We're almost 7 minutes in. I thought there were 6-minute quarters. That's how I play NBA. But
that is how he plays
NBA. This is the 67th annual Turkey Tourney, brought to you by Pepsi.
Thank you for the correction. I thought it was NBA 2K20.
Thank you for the correction. Sometimes I forget.
You know, shout out to Zach Schrader for standing in my way, in my view here.
But back to what I was saying. Pepsi. I mean, nice cold Pepsi. Nice ice cold Pepsi. The student section for Union is going shushing everyone. And you know, that's the sound of a nice ice cold Pepsi opening. Have a Pepsi. Live life.
You know, I believe we had a former teacher at Borgia, Senior Stefan, comment, Coke is better. Overruled. Denied.
Overruled.
Declined.
You're wrong.
Wrong pin. Declines.
My camera's not focusing. I'm trying to focus.
Almost a great defensive play by Dante Harrison. He is playing some tough D.
Oh, he is. Oh, what a play.
He's playing some tough D on number 22. Aiden Motley for the Wildcats. He was up there in his face.
Just look at the foul differential we have here. 6-1.
Wow. 54 seconds remaining. And you know, this is a close game. Only 5 points in between them.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better game, a lot more intensity than our previous games.
And definitely this crowd is adding to it.
Yeah. It just makes you wonder, though, this place is going to be rocking tomorrow for Borgia Knight's debut of the season. There's a lot of hype surrounding Borgia basketball every year, regardless of team. And I think a lot of people are definitely curious how tomorrow's team is going to pan out.
We get another steal. Dante Harris takes the contact. No call.
Oh, 7. Foul. They're literally.
They call the block foul.
They are in the bonus in the first quarter.
7
Bonus
fouls.
In the first quarter. That is rare.
I feel like, now don't quote me here. This may be a record.
Quite high.
That is the second foul on Colin Gerdell. And Dante Harris with another point.
You know, that is quite impressive he's able to put that in. Union decided to go with the just everybody scream method, which is usually a little bush league. Usually a little bush league.
They have a shark in the middle of the sea, but he's screaming. You know, doesn't work.
That's
Maybe
a weird.
Try something different. This should seem to work better.
Yeah. See, when they were quiet, he missed, but when they were loud, he made it. So I mean,
So I guess, you know, sometimes things are back.
that's going to be a
It's like
foul
a
on
calendar.
Dante.
I feel like it's kind of ironic for or maybe not ironic, but more hypocritical of the Union Wildcats fans to chant, "You can't do that," when they have
7 fouls in the first quarter.
In the first quarter.
You know, and you also got to wonder. I know I hate to judge the student section here. We got a bit of a thing going on here. We got a bit of debate over theme. We've got a Mizzou sweatshirt as one of our leaders holding a thing of wrapping paper while Hawaiian is going on in the background. I don't really understand it, but hey, I'm not here to judge. Except I am.
See, I like more, yeah, judging is my job. I like more Pacific's theme, you know.
Just go with the colors. Go with the colors.
Go school colors.
Keep it simple.
No, they're going school colors.
I believe Borgia's going Hick Night tomorrow. Is that correct?
I actually have no clue.
I think it's Hick Night.
just going to run out clock. Union hoping for a final shot here to maybe close the gap before they go into their first break of the evening. Ooh, he thought about pulling up.
Oh, he turns it over. Terrible way to end the quarter. You never want to do that,
You
Logan.
never want to get that. You hate to see it.
All right, Logan, here we are. We do it every quarter. What are your thoughts 1 quarter deep?
You know, I think so far we have I have too small of a sample size to really make any predictions per se. But I feel like so far both teams have been playing well, especially Pacific. Once Dante Harris was in, there were some controversial calls with him not getting the foul called or this and that. But I think there's not enough to really call a game winner, game loser here. And I think it'll continue to be like that for a few quarters. But I'm excited to see what they can do going forward.
I would have to agree. I like the speed of this game. Definitely a lot less set plays than our previous game before. To be honest with you, it's a whole lot more of an enjoyable game from a commentator standpoint.
Oh yeah.
And
So much more talk.
just as a fan, this game's definitely a lot more intense. The students definitely bring it out.
Oh yes.
The noise level is much more exciting.
And I'd say the only negative thing for either of these teams has got to be 7 fouls on the Union side.
Oh, 7 fouls
how?
for sure.
How?
You know, I'm
Literally,
sure.
Pacific has half that. Not even.
You know, I'm sure.
Crazy.
Head coach Chris Simmons is definitely going to diagnose that. Why are we fouling so much?
Yeah.
That should never happen. Like at this pace, they're going to be in double bonus in like 2 minutes. So,
They need to dial that back. And now we are here at the start of the second quarter, the second half of the first half.
the back 9 of the front 9.
We have I believe a travel or some sort of violation by Gavin Bukowski.
You know, as you were saying, Logan, Union goes back to the "you can't do that" chant. But again, here we are 1 quarter deep, and they have 7 fouls. So, I mean, you cannot do that.
Who is the you in this situation? Peyton Burke, corner 3.
Got it.
The deficit is cut down to 4 between these two teams, and the Wildcats looking to start out this quarter hot. Shooting 1 for 1 so far, 100%. They're killing it. Bukowski, wow, what a great move.
You know, he's gone a little quiet towards the end of the first quarter, but it seems to be that he's back at it.
He opened the scoring for Pacific in both quarters here.
Oh, good spin move.
Fade away.
Left it just a bit short, though.
Number 22 might as well change that to 23 because he's MJ if he makes that.
Good kick out.
3. Ha! Wow, what a high arcing shot.
It looked way short.
Great shot from Devin Casey. And we get a timeout called by Union early in this game.
You know, Devin Casey, don't overlook him. I believe he's 2 for 2. I believe.
So. That was a good shot too. His form's a little
wonky.
It's a little clunky. It doesn't seem as fluid. It's a little high release, but you know, high releases are good.
Yeah, especially get over the taller defenders.
Exactly. And so if he can keep this hot streak going, though it's only 2 shots, if he can keep it going, that's still it looks good going forward for the Indians.
You know, you got to wonder. We've had a pretty fast-paced game so far. You got to wonder if these two teams are going to be in shape enough to keep this up throughout the game, or if we're going to start seeing some more set plays.
Maybe some more fatigue, slow it down, have Peyton Burke run a little bit less than half-court offense.
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, Peyton Burke's kind of a field general out there. He's kind of running this thing.
Yeah, definitely. Last year, he had, what was his name on Union?
Trevor Kelly.
Trevor Kelly. He was doing most of the offense, doing all of it for Union. But now it seems that Peyton Burke has kind of succeeded him, and then he's like that Rajon Rondo type, where he's making the plays. And we got Bukowski going back.
Wow.
What a finish.
Gavin Bukowski can play basketball, I will say that.
The brother can ball, as Stephen A. Smith would say.
The brothers got game.
We got, and another player for Union who's pretty instrumental so far is that man right there.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. He got hacked hard on that play. He should have gone to the line.
Number 22, Caden Motley. I've said his name enough, you'd think I'd remember. Motley's been doing pretty good from the night. He likes that spot, getting into the corner, driving baseline, trying to get that foul call. It didn't work that time, but I'm sure he's going to keep attempting it. See, Bukowski is kind of being the main person in this Pacific offense, also with Racer. Wow! What a pass! Around the defender, hits that long arm to reach it around. Wow, what a great play, and a good finish, too.
You know, you do gotta wonder what kind of turnout we're gonna have for the rest of the tournament. Because to be honest with you, there's a good amount of people here, but this is not what we had last year.
No, it's going to keep growing.
And as we get closer and closer to that Borgia night first game, and honestly throughout the tournament,
And even if the championship game, even if it doesn't have a Borgia team in it, even if it doesn't have Borgia in it, it's still going to be packed. Like
now,
McLaren
mind you,
McLaren North and Pacific, still insanely packed.
Now, mind you, it's no when Borgia's in, but it's still packed.
Oh yeah.
When Borgia's in, the fans are in. Let's be honest here.
And like it's obvious. Like, you know, it's their tournament. Like, so everyone that's the closest is going to come.
Especially the students. Students really seem to come out for these things.
Got you. '24 checks in again. I know. Wow. Oh, here he goes.
Oh, that sucks.
Misses.
You can't do that.
Wow.
That is tough.
Unfortunate play by Dylan Myers. Motley on the break. At the break.
You know, Union's student section is chanting, "That's a layup." Yes, that was a layup.
That was astute observation.
That's just excellent commentary from the Union student section. That was a layup.
In their heads. Motley throwing it around. See what Union can create here. Back to their floor, General Peyton Burke. Some good passing.
Kind of a covered three, yeah. Great rebound. Gets his own board.
Oh, and a great pass.
Oh, feeds it inside, but we're going to have a foul.
We had two Pacific bodies fall on the floor there. And Peyton Burke looks like he is limping. He is grabbing his side, limping off the court. Not off the court, just to talk to his coach, but he's breathing heavily, grabbing his side, so I hope he's okay.
We've got Lance Corum getting ready to shoot two here. 6'1" junior forward. A little bit small for the tournament, I will say. A little bit small for the tournament, you know, Logan, as a forward at 6'1", we'll see what he can do.
You know, there have been a few undersized forwards who have done well though. You know, like Charles Barkley, you might have heard of him. He was an MVP.
No.
So, number 32 for the Union Wildcats. Lance Corum, like you said, he's basically Charles Barkley.
You know, considering he's 0 for 2 from the free throw line and hasn't done anything else, I don't know that I would compare him to a Hall of Famer yet. But there's still room for improvement. We still got a lot of basketball to be played.
Pacific Indians going with a similarly awkward chant to the Union Wildcats, just scream tactic. Pacific, they just started barking like dogs.
Indians barking like dogs. That's a bit strange.
Interesting. But a great play from Dylan Myers there to poke out the big man's just under his wing, just came in like a rogue, like a thief. Just stole the ball from him. Dr. Harris, here he comes. What'll he do? That is a layup. That is a layup.
As the Union Wildcats would say, that's a layup.
That is a layup. A 15-point lead by the Pacific Indians. You know, this game was tight in the first quarter.
They're kind of running away with it, I will say. Almost all the momentum is completely in the Indians' favor.
When was the last time the Union scored?
It's been a while. I can't quite remember.
It started out 16-9. They made a 3. 16-12. Now they haven't scored.
Yeah, I know it is a bit strange. You would think that Union would be able to put some more points on the board, but I guess not.
Passing the ball. Takes over. Wow. He tried to do a step back there to try to get the shot. High arcing, you know, much like Kobe Bryant, but wasn't able to fall. Close one.
I would hope.
Pacific ball.
You know, we've been talking about this a lot. We want to see teams like Washington and Union make it through. if Union wants to pull off that dream, they're going to have to turn up here a little bit because right now they're not playing semifinal basketball.
Yeah. Union, they haven't made it. They haven't made it through, like you said, in several years.
It's been a while.
And so if they're able to, they're like you said, they're not playing like a team that's in the semifinals.
They don't want to.
They're playing like they're the 6th seed.
Which is what they are.
And they need to go above and beyond.
I'm going to be quite honest with you. The student section's more into this game than the team is, and that's what hurt.
And that's an issue. See, and interesting take. Even though Pacific are up 17 points, they're still doing a full court press. It's not even the end of the first half.
Coach Van Leer knows what he's doing. Coach Van Leer definitely knows what he's doing.
Great move by Motley. Try to get some space and get a shot. Ooh, almost from racing. That's not racing. That was Murray. Jeremiah Murray. I'm adjusting my mic.
Just a thank you to everybody who's been watching so far. We haven't done that yet.
We love to have some viewers, talk to people, get some feedback.
Yeah, honestly, feel free to drop some comments if you want. We'll see them eventually.
Wow, great.
Oh,
play.
wow.
Wow, great play from Dante Harris. Dante Harris is a great inside pass to Dylan Myers, who's just able to lay it and get the and one, and he's going to the line. And I believe it's been about 5 minutes since Union has scored.
And that's showing on the scoreboard. Because in that 5 minutes, Pacific's been pounding it in.
Absolutely. And they get another and one. Dylan Myers going back to the line. He got his own rebound after the missed free throw, and he goes back up.
As Union would say, that's a layup.
That is a layup. The screaming tactic doesn't work. Please stop. Pacific has been on an 18-0 run. 18.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it has something to do with the 18-0 run, but Union's gone a bit quiet over there in the Hawaiian Mizzou Christmas theme.
Mizzou Christmas. They could make a movie about that. The Missouri University Hawaiian Christmas. It's like a Christmas movie, but different. But Mizzou Hawaiian.
But about Missouri University in Hawaii.
Here we go. Union back at the charity stripe. They've been 0 for 2 this quarter so far.
They've been 0 for pretty much everything as of recently.
Yeah, for real.
Logan.
They've just been downright not good.
As a Borgia Knight myself, this is tough to watch. It really is. Union always talks such a big game, and then when it counts, they never ever
show up.
Especially in basketball. They did.
We don't even get to, Borgia doesn't even get to play them.
No. Same with Washington. They always talk such a big game, but then they always lose.
Yeah.
So
and then the teams they lose to, Borgia beats.
So we'll see. I would love to see Washington knock off Normandy tomorrow.
Oh yes.
And watch.
Not because I dislike Normandy.
Because,
but just so it would be Borgia Washington, and we get.
To be quite honest with you, I'm going to put this out there. I really like that Normandy team.
I really like, especially Jamad Robinson.
Jamad Robinson is a playmaker.
He's like, if I had to pick my favorite player who wasn't from Borgia,
I'm going Jamad.
Probably Jamad, yeah. Or I really like Dante Harris.
I like Omari and Henry as well.
Yeah. Going. There he is. There's that man, Dante Harris. On a 20-2 run.
That is craziness.
Wow. Just demolishing.
What a deep three. Not going to go. Oh my gosh.
I was blocked. There's a sign blocking my view.
Dante Harris just absolutely ripped it.
Ooh.
Ripped it out of Union Center's hands. That was crazy. That's one of the best rebounds I've ever seen.
Dante Harris, he's able to get to the line, he's able to rebound, he's able to defend, and right then, and he's shown it earlier, he's a great passer. He's got great court vision, able to see stuff inside that. Like, even if I watch the clip back, I'm like, what just happened?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see that kid playing in a Division I uniform one day. He's that good.
Yeah,
he's a playmaker for sure.
Definitely. There's nothing he can't do. And hot take right now, even if they don't make it to the final, I still think he's on that all-tournament team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Back-to-back years of all-tournament team, that'd be pretty cool for the junior.
Oh yeah.
And he's still got next year too, which I'm sure he'll be just as good, if not better.
Union ball. Peyton Burke has checked back in. That's really, like, I don't really know what to say for Union. They just need somebody like Peyton Burke to step up here, be that floor general, like you said earlier.
Yeah, for sure. I think if you have 5 Peyton Burke, that Union has a much better chance. Oh wow, rejection.
Big block.
Number 33.
That is Quinn Blackburn. He's
Freshman.
A freshman. He's 6'6". He's a freshman.
I will say
What? Dante Harris down the court onto Dylan Myers.
that could be an and one.
I wonder what the call is. Somebody fouled Dante Harris. Oh, Dante Harris wanted to put in a little word, but and Pacific sends back that you can do that. Wow.
We'll see what the Mizzou Lions want to go with here.
Yeah.
They're just going to go with the boo tactic.
Kind of basic.
Kind of basic, kind of what I would expect. You know, Dante Harris picking up a double bonus there. He's going to shoot 2. To be quite honest with you, the bucket would have been good. So, I mean...
Oh, did the bucket not count?
Bucket did not count.
Dylan Myers. But Dante Harris goes to the line. I'd prefer Dante to get the points rather than Dylan, so that's fine.
That sounds a little biased, I will say.
Just kidding. Points are points. Definitely not the easiest way to do that.
You know, we are going to have a post-halftime thoughts here in a minute, but I like what I'm seeing out of the Pacific Indians. I do.
You know, it's 41-14. So Union, they scored 2 points this quarter. Pacific, they've scored 25. It's been not very close, but you know, maybe there's still some competition left in this game. I hope.
I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't think there is. I think Pacific's going to put this thing away.
I don't know. Maybe like
I would love to be wrong, though. I will say that.
Yeah. But Pacific's just so good.
You know, Pacific teams are always just so fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
Every year. That's really coaching, though. Coach Van Leer really whips these guys into shape every year.
Oh, yes, definitely. And he has a lot of he's really good at building around one really good player and then making everyone fundamentally sound. And so they're just all able to do it. Like Dylan Myers, he's not the main guy, but he's pretty good.
He's a great role player.
In the corner. Wow. Carter Myers hits the corner 3.
I believe that's only a sophomore, Logan. That's impressive.
That is impressive. We have Motley, the deep 3. Misses.
You know,
that is his 3rd 3-pointer from beyond 30 feet. And you know how many he's made?
Nada.
All right, this is our post
halftime report.
And so the score right now, 44-4. Union in that second quarter scored 2 points. Pacific in that quarter scored 28. Not a very close one right now.
I'm going to be honest with you, Logan. It's a 30-point game.
Yep. I'll be honest.
There's not much else to say besides it's a 30-point game at half. So Union's gone a little bit quiet, which is understandable.
I mean, what can you expect? It's kind of rough. Yeah. And you know, I gotta be honest. There's not a whole lot of positives to talk about for Union. I think
they're playing pretty bad, to be quite honest with you.
Peyton Burke. I think he might be injured. He kind of looked like he was was having some trouble out there.
Yeah.
But then, so he was out for a good while of that second quarter. But now he's back in. I think they need him to just take charge. I think Motley needs to take better shots. He's taking a lot of early shots, early in the shot clock. You know how early in the shot clock it is? Very early, because there is no shot clock.
That's extremely. I was about to correct you and say there is not a shot clock, but I understand what you're saying.
But he's taking shots from beyond 30 feet.
He's rushing them, yeah.
That he's like, he doesn't have to. He hasn't made it. I don't think he's made a three-pointer today.
No. Union's not playing very well. They're not. Pacific looks very good.
Yeah, Pacific is playing great.
To be quite honest with you, they might have looked better than Zumwalt. I got to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
I think I'll agree with you. Maybe a difference in ability of teams. I'd say Zumwalt might be able to beat this Union team if they're playing like this. Maybe if they're playing like how they were in the first quarter, it'd be a good game. But right now, this second quarter has been rough. 2 points. 2 points.
2 points for sure. I think North Tech beats this Union team. I really do.
I could agree with you there. I can see that.
This Union team does not look very fundamentally sound.
No.
Opposite of what Pacific looks. Pacific looks extremely fundamental right now.
Very.
Which is great.
Pacific have a lot of good players. Dylan Myers and Dante Harris playing well. Gavin Prokowski is automatic from three. I think he's shooting 3 for 3 from deeper, 2 for 2 either way.
I don't think he's allowed to miss. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. Coach is like, can't do it. And then he's like, fine. And he doesn't. He just does what his coach says.
And another big thing to talk about, Quinn Blackburn, we saw him in there earlier. 6'6" freshman.
He got a block.
A big block too.
A big block on Caleb Maybe. It was a huge block by the freshman. And if he's 6'6" now, just imagine him in 1 year.
2 years.
2 years. 3 years. Senior, he's going to be 7'2". Calling it right now.
7'2"? That's bold. That is extremely bold. But you know, I think that's going to wrap it up for this half.
I think this is going to wrap it up for the half. Stay tuned, though.
About 7 minutes.
In approximately 7 minutes, we will resume the 67th annual Turkey Tournament at St. Francis Borgia Regional High School.
Go drink a Pepsi. Go drink a Pepsi.
Of the Union Wildcats and Pacific Indians game. Drink a Pepsi during this time, and after this time, and before this time.
Continue to drink Pepsi.
All the time. We'll be back.
Thank you. We're going to grab a water.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that how it is? No, I'm sorry. I thought that was just like flag, because like that's what it's like showing. Like, but it's like, wait.
So like the audio was lined up with what
Okay,
was on the screen.
I'm sorry.
Are you good?
I misinterpreted.
I mean, you're my best option. I told you about
There's him on the guy eating.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a good shot.
I'll show you what Barefoot told me. What happened is it's the course that they count as a fight. That's a different thing.
Oh, here are the boys.
I was selecting like geometry.
Yeah.
We had a test yesterday, and I got like a 98 or something. And I'll tell you I'll put Alex and make it better than then I'll just do it. No, we got pretty
Let's see what we have in the Pacific crowd.
Shutting off to that bill to come back to the interview with that.
Wow, guys, second to left, not bad.
Another guy.
Bottom, second to left.
The guy still.
1, 2, 1,
That's
2.
hold the right.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is the second to
Yeah,
left.
you're talking about a guy on the right.
I promise I'm not kidding. Let's zoom into my feet.
Hey, come on now.
Comes down.
That way to the left.
Alright, let's line up the shot real quick. We don't have much time. Is that good?
You got to come in the shot.